Elimination communication sounds great and everything. Hold your baby over a potty or the sink when you know they need to pee. Okay, how am I supposed to know when a baby needs to pee? Actually, there are 4 different ways to help you figure it out, and we're telling you all about them in today's show. This is episode 266, How to Tell When It's Potty Time. Hi, thanks so much for joining me here today. I'm Nicole Cheever, and this is the Go Diaper Free podcast. Today's episode is 266, How to Tell When It's Potty Time. Once you're done listening, please make sure to head over to godiaperfree.com/266. You'll find the show notes there, links to everything I mentioned, the transcript, and you can also ask questions and leave comments. If you're listening on your favorite podcast player or you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you hit that subscribe bell so we can let you know when we release new episodes. This is an article written by Andrea on the blog that I wanted to bring to the podcast because it's a great fit for our series we're doing right now, EC for New Parents. It tells you all about the different ways you can tell that your baby needs to pee. So without further ado, here is how to know when your baby needs to pee. The article starts out with a graphic that I'll include in the show notes, and there's a little hut that says Potty Time, and it has 4 pathways to it that are labeled, and we'll go over what those 4 labels are here. When you're doing EC with your baby, you're going to need to know how to determine when your baby needs to pee. In potty training language, this could be considered your baby's pee-pee dance. In EC language, it's what I call the 4 roads to potty time, and it includes 3 other things in addition to said pee-pee dance. Why more complicated than just a dance? Well, that's because we're dealing with young infants here, ages 0 to 18 months. And although they are constantly communicating, it does come out in their own unique little language. And sometimes that's not enough. Sometimes we can't see or hear any signals at all, so we'll need to call in all the options. So, how best to know when it's time to pee? Well, in a well-rounded EC practice, there are 4 primary signs that tell you it may be potty time. Number 1, your baby's signals, aka his pee-pee dance. Although there are over 60 possibilities, from body language to cute little noises to extreme fussiness to a smiling grimace, all personal to your baby. Number 2, your baby's natural timing, when your babe usually does her business, in intervals after waking and feeding. Number 3, generic or common timing, times when most babies typically need to go. And number 4, your intuition. If you don't know what this is, keep reading. I'll illustrate. Okay, that may sound like a lot. That's because it is. To help simplify all of this crazy stuff, that's what I'm here to help you with. I've written several role plays, excerpted directly from my Elimination Communication book that will help you visualize what I mean. Role plays of possible EC potty times. Here are 6 sample scenarios to help you see what leads to potty time. Number 1 is about signaling. Number 2 about natural timing. Number 3 shows a combination of both signaling and natural timing. Number 4 is about generic timing. Number 5 is about intuition. And finally, number 6 illustrates a combination of intuition and natural timing. Role play number 1. So you're sitting around and your baby is playing nicely, and all of a sudden she gets grumpy and starts crying. That's a signal you've come to know, and you see if she needs to potty. Role play number 2. Your baby is playing nicely after you fed her. It's been about 10 minutes and you know she usually needs to go by now. You offer her the chance to potty, knowing her usual natural timing. Role play number 3. You fed your baby 10 minutes ago and she is playing nicely until all of a sudden her energy shifts. She gets a bit grumpy and she starts crying. You put the 2 together. A, she just ate, natural timing. And B, she is signaling you. You offer her the potty. Role play number 4. You are about to transfer your baby from the baby carrier to the car seat after grocery shopping. You offer her a potty-tunity first, based on generic timing. When you get home 15 minutes later, you offer another potty-tunity upon getting her out of the car seat, also based on generic timing. Role play number 5. You are carrying your baby around the house without his diaper on when all of a sudden you feel warm and wet as if he's soaked you. You move him to the other hip and find yourself completely dry. This was a phantom pee, aka intuition. You offer him a potty-tunity and he goes. Role play number 6. You are cooking dinner and you have the thought, the baby needs to pee. Intuition. It's been about 20 minutes since she last breastfed, which is her usual time to potty, natural timing. But the thought that the baby needs to pee keeps nagging you. intuition, till you decide to leave the stove and offer the baby a potty-tunity. Voila, she pees. Remember, these 4 events may shift over time. With every miss and every catch, remain open to change and evolution. Hope you all enjoyed these role plays and now have a better understanding of what it might look like when your baby needs to pee. If one of the above situations happens to you, you can test out EC to see if it's right for your family. See my EC videos for some more hands-on examples. Remember, if you misguess or have a miss, also known as an accident, then you've just received a ton of valuable information for next time. Take it in stride. It's the most helpful advice that comes from the mishaps. So, do you have an example of how you know when your baby needs to pee that comes from your own life? If so, please leave your favorite ones in the comments below. Thanks. As always, I hope you have a great time doing EC with your baby. Love, Andrea. And there you have it, folks. That's the 4 roads to potty time. Thanks so much for joining me here on the podcast today. Please head over to godiaperfree.com/266. You can share your stories over there on the blog and ask any questions you might have about the 4 roads to potty time. Please tune in again next week because we're going to be continuing our series here on EC for new parents. Thanks so much again for joining me here today. I'm Nicole Cheever. This is the Go Diaper Free podcast, and we will see you next time.